A gorgeous tale like yours deserves lots of
No need. I'm not...
You say that, but do I see your ears saying otherwise? Although your tail isn't professionally maintained, the fur doesn't look dry and coarse. To me, this says you like to take care of it. I'm also guessing that you like to curl up into a fetal position and hug your fluffy tail tight as you go off to sleep.
How do you know... Don't be ridiculous. I'm a high-ranking general of Watatsumi Island. How could I...
Oh, it's okay. There's no need to be embarrassed. The desire to cuddle up to a soft tail while sleeping is quite natural.
Really? Wait, no. Why are we still on this topic? In fact, why am I even here talking about tails with...
Why? Because you are blessed with a wonderful fluffy tail, that's why. I think it's very cute.
Ugh, I'm trapped. How do I get out of this? It's you! Oh, thank goodness. Please save me.
Oh, and how is my favorite little one? I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just talking about tails. Goro has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke it? Don't be nervous.
She's not going to fall for it. We've fought side by side.
Pardon me. Lady Gucci, we have completed the matter you instructed us about previously. We have selected a very skilled artist to be in charge.
I'll take a look later, and if everything's in order, place it in front of the store. All right. I won't tease the two of you any. Do make the most of your trip here, won't you? Quite a lot. I wish...
There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me in the end there. Sorry that you had to see that. The real reason I'm here at Yae Publishing House is to buy some books for Her Excellency. Since Watatsumi Island signed a peace treaty with the shogunate, we've had much closer contact than we did before. I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I hadn't counted on running into her. I've interacted with her a few times before, but I can't say I've ever gotten used to it. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. The way she towers over me and speaks so cryptically. I could probably deal with her in battle, but I don't know where to start when I run into her in normal life. I guess this is a weakness of mine. You're right. I've heard Her Excellency say the same thing before. In any battle, you need to think about how to avoid your shortcomings. As long as I don't come into... Really? Well, in that case, I still have some business to take care of with the Yae Publishing House. They run a monthly magazine called That's Life, which has an advice column. Readers write in about their problems, and I'm responsible for responding to them. I'm not quite sure why they chose me, but it's my job now, and I can't give it up just like that. Yae Miko just handed me the latest batch of readers' letters. Let's find a place to write the replies, then pack them up and send them back to Yae Publishing House.
This world is full of...
This place looks nice and quiet. Why don't we write the replies here? The sooner I get them finished and handed back to... I just hope I don't have another run-in with, you know... Anyway, the writing could take me some time. The questions I receive are often so strange that I have... Great. Let's write the replies together. Let me see here. Today, a new guy came to our village. He was good-looking and had a lovely voice. When I peeked at him from behind the door, I felt my cheeks getting hotter, and my heart started beating See, I can tell right away that this is exactly the kind of question I'm no good at dealing with. The letter seems to be from a young lady, which is not a demographic. What's your take? Well, I don't know what it's like to be in love. I'll reply like this then. It's likely that the feelings you're experiencing right now won't occur many times in your life. I urge you to summon the courage to seize this opportunity and see where it takes you, no matter where that may be. What? Really? But that's how it is in battle, too. Opportunities to seize victory are fleeting. When they arise, you have to capitalize on them right away. I imagine it's the same in love. That's my suggestion, anyway. Come on, my neighbor is always borrowing money from me, but never seems to be able to pay me back on time. I have tried. He was kind to me when I was young. I don't want to make things ugly, but the money issue bothers me a lot. Please help me. If this is a dispute between neighbors, it must be settled as soon as possible. It's like when conflict arises, the most important thing in military regulations is fairness. It is only right to pay back a debt. I want to suggest that the writer demands their money back in no uncertain terms. Do you think that makes sense? Okay, so let me think. How about this? It is good that you want to repay your neighbor's kindness, but be aware that you can find other ways to do this that don't involve lending them money. Okay, and we are done with that letter. Hello, I was born on Narukami Island and now... So, this is from one of my troops? Most likely. Before passing any reader's letters on to me, Yai Publishing House has their staff copy each one by hand and redact all names in the process, so I can't be sure who exactly this is. I couldn't turn a blind eye to the Vision Hunt decree, and my anger drove me to join the resistance. My comrades and I have fought since we achieved our goal and the war came to an end. I've remained on Watatsumi Island. But this is not my hometown, and I often find myself I now don't know whether to stay here or return home. The resistance has treated me well, and how should I reply to him? Let me think about it. To be blunt, I obviously don't want any soldiers under my but if making them stay causes them pain, how are my I suppose I'll reply... Naruka... That should do it. I'll be okay. Thanks to you, writing the responses went very smoothly.
Great. That's all the replies for... thank you for all your hard work, Mr. Goro.
Think nothing of it. I agreed to help, so it's only right. Could I trouble you to come back to... I want to find that soldier. Not to persuade them to stay, I don't want them to leave without saying goodbye. Kazuha once told me that the bonds between people whose paths have crossed can never be broken, even after they part ways. But maybe I'm scared he might be wrong. People can change quickly, and I worry that the next time I meet my comrade... Great! Then let's head off.
General Goro. And Captain of Swordfish too. General, Captain,
Not this time. I just thought I'd come by to catch up while everyone has some downtime.
Certainly, General Goro. Anything you want to discuss, we'll share whatever we know. But we haven't been out of the camp lately, so we don't have a whole lot of interesting stories.
Actually, I've had something on my mind and wanted to ask. You see, after the war, Her Excellency streamlined the army and a lot of people were transferred to other duties. Do you still have much contact with each other?
to be honest, we're so busy even with just training and patrolling that it's almost impossible to squeeze in the time to meet. We have holidays, but we usually use them to go home and spend time with our nearest and dearest and...
Yeah, I'm busy when they're free, and they're busy when I'm free. Anyway, even if we did manage to meet up, what then? We all do different jobs now, and we all...
So that's really how it goes, huh? I know. It's okay.
You know, having said all that, there's something else.
Really?
Yes. I feel that no matter how long we're apart, and no matter what we might go through in the meantime, even if we've all changed beyond recognition, we can always trust...
We're your troops, General Goro. You trained us, you took us into battle, and even if we seldom keep in contact now, we are still brothers in arms. If you say the word, we will long live the...
Yes, that's the way it should be. I won't disturb you any further. You guys keep training hard.
Ah, General Goru, you're here. I believe Hiroaki's been hoping to catch you. He's been waiting at the camp for a long... Are you planning to head back to camp later? If you're busy, I can go and let him know.
Tell him I'll be right over. I know what I have to do now. Denjiro is right. No matter what changes the future may bring, we will always have each other's backs. Sure, there may be some awkward silences when we meet again after a long time, but in no time at all, we'd be the best of friends again.
General Goro, I would like to request permission to leave the Resistance, sir. I know this may seem very abrupt, and in fact,
It's all right.
Back then, I had so much hatred for the Vision Hunt decree, and so much disappointment in Narukami Island. Thanks to Miss Hina's encouragement, I was finally able to find the courage to Of course, if you disapprove, I'll obey your orders. I am your subordinate, after all.
Miss Hina?
It's a long story.
Forget it. Never mind her.
General Goro.
Come on. Don't look so down. It's not like we're never going to see each other again. If you ever have the time, you should come back and visit Watatsumi Island. There's no need to limit yourself to a specific place. No matter where we are, we will always be comrades.
Yes, General. I'll take my leave then. Take care of your...
Take care. That was okay. Or should I say, it was for... This is how it should be. It should leave you with a smile. There was definitely something strange about the way she looked at me. Sorry that you had to see that. Since Watatsumi Island signed, I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area ruled by the shogunate. I've never been good at dealing with people like her. I could probably deal with her. Really? To be honest, this is something that's always worried, so I have to as soon as I've worked through this, let's go. First things. Good plan. Start by studying some theory, address the fear at its root, but where would I go to learn about this? I wouldn't know anyone on Narukam. I had an idea on the way here. Many of my army comrades are older than me, and I'm sure that handling this kind of situation, I can't just go to them and say, hey, I'm no good at this. So instead, I'm going to go with a couple.
I see. So, you're saying that you're...
Yes. So I'm here on my friend's...
Based on my experience, the easiest way to deal with people like that is just go through... well, you see, General Goru, General Goro's friend, I mean. Oh, no matter who the other person is, General Goro's friend treats them all equally. But the other side of the coin is that it makes General Goro's friend very susceptible to falling for the other party's verbal trap. If something like that is bothering you, your best bet is simply to not give the other party your full, undivided attention. Don't hang on their every word, and when they ask a difficult question, just...
That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Well, it's something to try. Going through the motions is a skill that everyone has to get the hang of as they get older.
Well, on my friend's behalf?
Don't mention it. Oh, yes, I heard that Miwa from Sangonomiya Shrine, she's supposed to be good with interpersonal stuff. It can't hurt to get another...
Makes sense. All right. Most people who wish to have an audience with Her Excellency usually start by presenting their name cards and official documents to Miwa, who then passes them along. So I'm sure Miwa has lots of experience dealing with all...
General Goro, and the captain of Swordfish too. What are you doing here?
We wanted to ask you...
I see. So General Goro's friend...
That's right.
My advice would be to hide what you are really thinking. Cast your minds back. Why do you think Yae Miko was able to tease? It's because she always has that same smile on her face. So no one ever knows what she's really thinking. If General Goro's friend wants to go head-on with her, he must at least learn to do as she does.
You make so much sense. So what you're saying is...
Exactly. Many things look complicated on the surface, but often, all it comes down to is who
Wonderful! I'm sure with your approach, that...
Then I wish General Goro's friend...
Well, I'm slowly starting to gain... Oh! I suddenly remembered. Her Excellency updated her general Who knows? There may be some useful suggestions in there, too. Let's go take... Her Excellency handed me the general operational directives in 3 parts, and I think this is where I placed them. Let's see. Deployment and mobilization, logistics. Aha! How to avoid awkward social situations. Well, that's Her Excellency. Socializing is as important as a decisive battle. Know yourself and your enemy to succeed. Boy. If even Her Excellency treats this so seriously, what I take from this is it's not enough just to learn some general countermeasures. We need specific knowledge of Yae Miko, but how do we figure her out? Yae Publishing House. Since she goes there often, perhaps we can find... Let's go and investigate.
Greetings. Here to buy some book. I must say that Lady Guji has a key. Apparently, the rumor goes that if you can impress Lady Guji with your writing, you're just one small step away. Yes. Well, first we screen all manuscripts, filter out the bad ones, and write synopses for the rest.
So, you have close dealings with Guji Yai.
Well, for starters, she's a very busy person. Whenever she visits the... still, she seems very invested in Yai Publishing House. And on occasion, she'll share some of her promotional strategies. Take That's Life magazine, for example. When we first started running it, sales were very poor. The return was... But the fans weren't happy about the prospect of their favorite magazine being discontinued. They kept writing in, begging us to keep it going. Next thing you know, sales are through the roof.
That's Life? Wait, isn't that... Nothing. It just reminded me of some... I didn't realize Yai Miko personally handled the marketing for Yai Publishing House. Anyway, thank you very much.
No, look, I'm not sure what your plan is here, but just my opinion, but she's the most mysterious...
You think she's mysterious too? Actually, you said that this batch of light novels was hand-picked by her, right? Maybe we could take a brief look. Perhaps we...
Sure. If you're interested, I recommend... The protagonist doesn't have any particularly exciting abilities, but never...
Cunning strategies. In that sense, it sounds similar to her excellence.
Oh, there's an iconic line in this book that people quite like. One who relinquishes nothing also gains nothing. If you want to win when you're at a disadvantage...
Thank you for the Well, one more string to our strategic bow. It's time to put these theories to the test. Let's go...
Everything's going smoothly, just as I planned.
So this is the Grand Narukami Shrine. It's the first time I've been to this place.
Hello there. You look like you have something weighing on your mind. The Grand Narukami Shrine's fortune slips have always been...
I've heard that the generals of the past used to employ all sorts of divination techniques to find out their fortune before a battle. I'm not in the habit of it, but since the opportunity, let's draw one together. Let's see what we've... Good fortune. Not bad. At least it means that our training must have been effective. Any second now, we'll be face to face with her. Don't worry, she can forget about...
Oh? You arrived a little later than expected. But of course.
So what if you knew we were coming?
In the past, I used to have many believers coming to see me at the shrine, especially those who came in pairs. 9 times out of 10, they were here if you're interested.
Together for a lifetime? Remember what Shuhei said? Otherwise, we may be
Now that I think about it, you can just leave all your fur grooming to your little friend here. Imagine her holding your tail in one hand.
Uh-oh, not good. My mind is already full of mental images. I'll have to resort to the method Miwa taught us.
By the way, there's really no... You might be able to remain stony-faced if you really try, but...
What?
Then again, you know what? Most people only pay attention to your tail, but those soft, pointy ears are really just as fascinating.
There's only one method left. This is going to hurt me almost as much as it hurts my opponent. But I think the real reason you know me so well is that just like me? You hug your tail when you go to sleep, and
I see. You decided to admit your feeling. Not bad. I suppose this is a step forward for you. But I'm afraid I don't have a tail at all.
no. Retreat! Retreat! Fighting on is futile. Better to conserve resources for the next confrontation. When I get back, I'm going to train harder.
Bye-bye now.
What? Another bad one? No, let me try again.
There was definitely something. Sorry that you had to. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been good. I could probably deal. You're right. Really? In that case, I still have some business. They run a monthly Not quite sure. Yae Miko just. Huh. Why don't we write the reply? I just hope I don't have it. Anyway. You want to scout ahead? Yeah, that works. This way, if Yae Miko's lying, but stay sharp, okay? If you spot her, get yourselves. Well.
All right, everyone, settled. We are gathered here today, united by a common purpose.
Well, of course it's to tell the whole world about how wonderful
And excellent, how gentle she is, how understanding she is, how delightful. We can all testify to the great joy that Miss Hina has brought to our lives. We can help by spreading the good news about Miss Hina to
My friend, do you have a moment to talk about Miss Hina? Friends,
Shh, calm your voice. Hello, my friend. On this joyous day, we would like to open our hearts. She is gentle, kind, understanding. She is the bright.
So, what do you think?
Oh, my apologies! In my excitement, I forgot to give. Have you ever come across a magazine called That's Life? It's a monthly magazine featuring, amongst other things, an advice column. We were among the first readers to send in letters seeking advice. Although the editor chose to conceal her name, gender, and other details, we all see her as an emphatic older sister.
There's no mistaking it. Just from her letters, she's so considerate. She can always sense our true emotions from, except when it comes to the topic of romantic love. She's clearly not an expert there. But even
Recently, the column went through a low period where it just wasn't popular. Fortunately, Yae Publishing House made the decision to publicize her image, and then the column finally started to grow in popularity.
That's right! Miss Hina is the person in charge of That's Life magazine. And so, when we heard that Yae Publishing House would be revealing the official likeness of Miss Hina today, we immediately came and to witness this grand moment in history! Please, gaze upon the radiant beauty.
Oh, hey, there you are. Is, you? Whew, that's good. I just finished writing my replies, so I was about to head to Yae Publishing. Why? I guess it's because I can help people this way. Also, they made quite a solemn request when they first approached me, so I felt like I couldn't refuse it. But once I'd settled into it, I found before I knew it, I had written hundreds of replies, and sometimes they'd respond again just to thank me. Every time I think about that terrifying woman, I feel like I want nothing to do with Yae Publishing House. But then, by this point, I'm so used to it that I'd probably find it hard to adjust if I ever gave it up. Well, I don't quite know what's going on. I'm really looking forward to the readers' reactions when they receive my letters. But those obstacles are removed when you're communicating via letters. Everyone who writes seems to treat me so I'm not about to let them down. Let's head over. But Yae Publishing House isn't. Besides, this way, if, Strange. It seems unusually lively here today. I don't come here often. Is it like this most of the time? Hey, there seems to be some commotion.
Allow me to reiterate, my friends. Firstly, we mustn't try and probe into Miss Hina's true. Secondly, fans of Miss Hina are not to make any controversial statements when representing the fan club. We must Thirdly, while our mission is to promote Miss Hina in every way possible, if someone we're talking to says they're not interested, we are. And finally, we are here today because Miss Hina has brought. Yes, we can!
Always make her proud and...
Oh, so I don't know whose fan club it is, but they are raring to go. Reminds me of the rallying speeches we used to give before going into battle. Did something happen?
Excuse me, friend. Something about you looks awfully similar to Miss Hina. I see. Well, one way or another.
Sorry,
Well, now's as good a time as any for you. Miss Hina is gentle, kind.
Oh, well, she sounds like she must be the polar opposite of Yae Miko, right?
But he's the spitting image of Miss Hina.
Shh! Have you forgotten? We may...
At least let's take a photo with him.
Friend, may we we borrowed a camera specifically to witness the
Sure. Why do they want to take a picture with me? All right. That should do it. Right. I should really be heading to...
Make way, everyone! The Miss Hina billboard is here!
Hey, everybody! Miss Hina!
Now I'm curious, too. Let's go over and take a look. Huh? Why? What's the problem? As curious as I am to see what all the fuss is about, it'll have to wait until next time. So please.
Everything is going smoothly, just as I planned.
I really can't recommend that store. A gorgeous tale.
No need.
You say that. Although your tale, I'm also guessing.
How do you know? Don't be.
Oh, it's okay.
Really? Wait, no. In fact, why am I?
Why?
Ugh, I'm trapped. How do I get out of this? It's you! Please save me.
Oh. And I didn't expect to meet you here. We were just... Goro has a beautiful tail, don't you think? Doesn't it make you want to stroke?
She's not going to fall.
Pardon me. We have selected a...
I'll take a look later. All right. I do make the most of...
There was definitely something strange about the way she... Sorry that you had to... Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like. I've never been... I could probably... You're right. Okay, whatever you... Actually, there's something else I have to sort out while I'm... Back when we were fighting the Shogun's army at Nazuchi Beach, I had a box with me that the odds were stacked against us that day, and the resistance was forced to retreat. I went back to collect it on this trip, but it turned out someone had already dug it up. So I asked around the area. That box is very important to me. I have to get it back from the Adventurers Guild. Thank you so much.
I'm afraid that will be a little difficult. Don't worry. The item you are looking for is safe and sound. The reason being, it is connected to a case involving the treasure.
That's strange. I buried that box there.
Allow me to explain. Not long ago, we received a commission. The adventurer who accepted the commission followed their trail, but when we went to dig up the stolen items, we found many other things buried there along with them. As such, for now, all we can do is hold all related items at the Adventurers Guild until such a time as we have caught the group of
I see. I never expected that other people would be burying things in the same place. Well, since these are the rules, I won't press you for it.
This is where the difficulty arises. To date, we have still not.
So there's no knowing when this will be Maybe I could help. I could find the treasure hoarders for you, and once you confirm everything, it's very important to me, so the sooner I get it back, the better.
That is. However, many adventurers have investigated this case recently. If the two of you are still interested in taking the case.
Yes, it seems like the only sensible place to start. With any luck, we might be able to find some clues there. Well, actually, since it's come up, what's the... Well, obviously, let's just go take a look.
Are you here to investigate the recent theft We're grateful for the assistance. It was Tarumaru's #2 reserve fund that they stole. They struck late at night by the time we realized. They left enough clues for us to retrieve the box, but we found no trace of the... I've asked around many times, and... Oh, Tarumaru! How strange. I don't know.
He says he knows where the treasure hoarders are hiding. How can I describe it? It's like listening to a regional dialect. A lot of it Anyway, he says he was there at the scene of the crime. The treasure hoarders didn't see Tarumaru as a threat, so since there were so many of them and they were armed, Tarumaru didn't dare to bark loudly. So we just had to...
Oh, no wonder. Poor boy. He's been acting more anxious than usual lately, and is always looking outside.
Yes, that... Okay, I think I understand now. Tarumaru says he heard the treasure hoarders conspiring to hide out at the beach directly below Tenchukaku. No one usually thinks to look there, and it's become something of a safe haven for... He also mentioned that there were a gang of 5 people. The leader's name is Kosuke, and the second in command is called Yasuhisa. The leader's scent indicated he was probably from the Narukami Island area, while the 2 newcomers in the team were... Thank you, Tarumaru. It must have been hard for you, knowing the details of the crime but not being able to communicate them. Don't you worry. We'll take care of everything from here. Let's go there in person. We might not have any troops with us, but between the 2...
What kind of tea is this?
I think we're getting close. There's danger in the air. And something doesn't smell right. Be careful.
Stabilize. Order guide you.
Witness the power. Go! Time to go!
Stabilize.
No, my sword!
Done.
This is bizarre. How would anyone think to—
Boss, didn't you say that the most dangerous place is the safest place to hide?
Yeah, and I still maintain that I'm right in principle. I can't believe we got caught, just when the whole thing had nearly blown over. Hey, kid! Who the heck are you guys anyway?
We shouldn't waste any more time on these people. Life is tough in the Resistance, but none of our troops would ever think about laying a hand on the innocent civilians under their rule. We should turn them over to the Adventurers Guild right away. Once their identities are confirmed, they'll get the
Please, show a little mercy. We'll give you half of everything we've saved up over the years. If you're willing to turn a blind eye—
That's enough! Tie them up and take... come to think of it, but thieves still have to be punished.
I'm pleased to confirm that these are indeed the individuals who... I didn't expect you to catch them so quickly. In accordance with the rules, now that we have procured an oral confession from the treasure hoarders and verified the list of Here, please...
Thank goodness. Well, let me think. So, let's head... One, two, three. Some personal items that once belonged to water bottles, towels, knee guards. Just everyday items, but we all knew going into that battle that the odds of survival were slim. Many of the soldiers came to me and said they wanted... You see, their swords and polearms broke in battle. Their damaged armor wouldn't have been easy to carry. In the end, all they could leave to their families were these ordinary items. My soldiers trusted me. Then they trusted me with these. And instead of honoring their last wishes right away, every time something like this happens, I tell myself that by the next time I'm faced with the same situation, yeah. But right now,
let's leave the pursuit of those aspirations to youth.
I've got some top secret information.
there was definitely something... Sorry that you had to see that. Since Watatsumi, I also wanted to come and see what things are like in an area... I've never been... I could probably deal... Really? To be honest, this is something that's... So, as soon as I've worked through this... First... I see. So if you pretend... If I can get the better of you, then I'll be able to hold my own... Good plan! Let's see. Where should we... Now that you mention it, I was with my subordinates at the time. We ran into a merchant, I got caught up talking to them, and I don't quite know what happened, but I ended up buying a lot of things. I think we can give it a try. There's an island called Rito nearby. I heard all the Outlander merchants are based there, so it might help to create the right atmosphere. So this is Rito. Although it looks slightly gloomy, it feels very peaceful here. I don't see... Okay, let's get started. I'll be me, and you be a shrewd and savvy businesswoman. Hi! Hi, so, 10 blankets, please? Okay, I'll settle the check right away. The price seems pretty cheap to me, in which case, no need to haggle, right? I think that's still not too bad. I'm sorry. In the past, Her Excellency has always handled I don't know the specific prices of these items, so this won't get us anywhere. I have to haggle to give you the chance to use your wily trick. Something I'm more interested. Maybe, that's so expensive. I know what a fair price is when it comes to cake. wait a sec. A cake that costs 100,000 more per slice? Oh, let me see. I've been saving up recently. I think I should have enough. So, there isn't really a kind of cake that costs 100,000 more per slice? What a shame. I feel like role-playing as a vendor is a little outside our area of expertise. What kind of person do we both see regularly enough to impersonate convincingly? Fatui? Then it looks like a trip into the wild. Let's go give it a try.
Which one should I choose?
I will have order.
Let me weave you a verse. Rain out.
Jaw's over! Phew. Go!
Solidify.
I've dealt with Fatui before, but I always end up against those big, stocky guys who are much taller. I'm sure I must train just as hard as they do every day, but somehow, I still don't have the muscles to show for it. Really? That's very kind. But still, I know that people's trust in me has nothing to do with my size, but if I were taller and bulkier, they'd be able to identify. That way, our forces wouldn't scatter so easily. As long as I was on the field, they'd be able to follow me. But enough of that. Let's get back to it. Who are you going to roleplay as this time? What? I smell danger! Really? Huh. For a moment there, I could have sworn the actual Fatui were right here. No, wait! Behind you! It wasn't my imagination! They really are!
Solidify!
No, my sword! Time to act. Witness this power.
Go! The more, the merrier. Fire, hands on fire!
Solidify!
Go!
No longer. You need to hurry up!
Advance! Everyone on me!
Rain outlines your fate.
Stabilize! This is order!
Feels good!
Solidify!
You can't run away!
Well, neither can I.
Let me weave you a verse. No, my sword.
Huh? See? Phew. Time to go! Go!
Killjoy! We don't just be I must collect myself. I must counterattack.
Rain outlines your fate. Rain
Looks like I went too far.
It's all fun and games until... That little interruption has really ruined the mood for me. It seems in poor taste after the trouble they caused in Watatsumi Island anyway. Do we have any other options? What do you mean? Isn't this moving a little too fast? Her Excellency advocates slow and steady progress in all things, and cautions to clarify, it's not that I'm scared. It's just that I don't know if the time is right. I guess you're right. Thanks for your encouragement. Let's do it! Time for a make or break. And we're back. Don't worry, my head's in the game this. I am a high-ranking military officer of Watatsumi Island and the general of the resistance, so bring it on! This feels like... Yes, it definitely... no, not even slightly. It's not that you do a bad impression of her, more like something is missing. I finally realized it when you were talking to me just now. I think that maybe what I'm really afraid of is her. It just makes me feel like all my secrets have nowhere to hide, like she can just peer in and see them. But it's different with even when you're imitating the way she speaks, I don't feel afraid. Because we fought side by side, but it also means that I just have to accept that this is a weakness of mine. The thought of having to live with this weakness forever is frustrating. Are you serious? I haven't eaten anything sweet in a long time. Off we go. All right, the next step is to over and over again. This is so good. It's seen as a luxury item in the ranks of the Resistance. We have special meals on occasion, but even then, it usually means so. Thank you. The only downside with Narukami Island's pastries is that they're such but as Her Excellency says, a general needs to show patience and restraint. Wow, So this is the Grand...
Hello there. The Grand Narukami...
I've heard that the generals of the past... I'm not in the... Let's draw one together. Let's see what we've... Great fortune! All right! So we can definitely show her who's boss... So this is the...
Hello there. The Grand Narukami Shrine...
I've heard that the general... Let's draw one together. Let's see what we've drawn. Hold me. I don't feel so good. A trap? Are you saying that Yae Miko fears us and... No, no, she'd So this is the...
Hello there. The Grand Narukami...
I've heard that the general... Let's draw one together. Let's see what we've drawn. Oh no. This is a bad sign. The road ahead is going to be a dangerous one. You're right. When I think about it, onward!